I feel like Hisashi Mitsui in the second half of a basketball game. I told you that's a drone. If it was a drone, it'd be leading a pack of vicious monsters. Good morning. The more you yell, the more bugs can get into your mouth. We've all banded together under the leadership of President Angie. I've been wondering, does Atua have red eyes and hair as black as night? Oh, what a cool god I have watching me.
Happy birthday! Now, go ahead and eat this cake. Oh, since it's a special occasion, I guess I'll feed you some myself. Christmas is here! Presents and candy canes and hams and pies and... Oh, I can't stop drooling. Wait, where's the pudding? This year's already ending, huh? I'm already feeling a little nostalgic.
Just as I thought. Everyone regards me as a Squid Vader and looks upon me with tentacleizing fear. The favorite food Squid Vaders crave most! Squid Vade! From here on, it's my turn. Got it? It's just like in the movies. With that, my attempt at Invasion #1 comes to a depressing and final close. Naturally, my first test subject will be... Sorry, I guess I got a little suckered away. Maybe this will give me the Squidden chance to finally be able to overthrow Chizuru.
Welcome, sir! And congratulations, you're our 2,500,000th customer! I owe you an apology. I humbly, sincerely ask for your forgiveness. What I said before was a lie. I apologize. Please forgive my carelessness. It's a bouquet. Please accept this as a token to commemorate your visit here. I'm very sorry. I was unable to acquire actual flowers, so I had to improvise. So I worked with what I had available.
Must say you look utterly ridiculous, sir. You don't know how to handle a knife. You should hold it still and simply turn the vegetable. My best dish is steamed potatoes, if I do say so myself. Basically, you'll be helping with my work. My work today consists of caring for the front yard and garden, helping to prepare lunch, polishing the silver, airing out the futons, doing the laundry, cleaning the bathrooms, and the mansion's monthly soot cleaning. I must say, you gave a pretty heroic speech back there. But when I see you lagging behind, so close to becoming nothing but baggage, it's difficult to hide my disappointment. Is it because you seem like such a weakling?
I'm very pleased by the offer, but one bundle is around several thousand. The filaments only come from the raw cotton on the west side of Hiromuta, and are knitted by the artisans there, making these top quality. My needlework skills were lacking, and all the seams were puckered. It was the fabric I longed for, and the fabric of my fate. It's a scarf. Are you sure? Thanks so much. It means a lot. Did you know this is 50 Hiromuta style cotton and 50 linen?
My, you girls still have a long way to go. Although they liked us, it does not mean we were good enough. Was not today the first time we performed here in Shibu Valley? We can safely assume there's a high probability the audience merely found Far Eastern music curious. If you mistake such enthusiasm for our own abilities, then you've simply proven your level of inexperience. You must be ever diligent to walk the path of the performing arts. Work hard, don't give up.
There's nothing else beyond this. You've wandered here more than once before on your visits to the Station of Awakening, but I let that slide. The edges of sleep and death touch, and one can't help the occasional crossover. Yes, the natural end for those whose hearts and bodies perish together. Something is holding you here, refusing to let you go. You're hanging by a thread. I'm afraid that no one else arrived with you. And if they're not here, they're either gone forever, or they're clinging to the world you came from.
Our bodies are unique. They are home to microscopic organisms. Even if we break into tiny pieces, as long as we collect enough, our bodies can be put back together again. It's a wonderful characteristic of ours seen in no other living beings. But because of that, we've grown completely incapable of giving up on anything.
Perhaps you can find a place that suits Cinnabar. Aren't you looking for some major discovery?
Obviously, by hiding the body, they tried to delay its discovery! Like a dog burying a bone! But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table? Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon! But it was super pitch black! Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I
said assume! Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
You are getting way too much attention. You bet I was! You really pissed me off! You're so cute, I just want to hug you forever! I'll prove to the class that I'm better than you'll ever be! You want to try arm wrestling me? I look weak, but I've won karate tournaments, so I decided that today I'll go home with you, so consider yourself honored with my presence. Do you want to come play with me at my house? Are you kidding me? We have tons of games and all the toys and snacks, so does that sound okay to you?
It's cultural standard research. Don't be silly. Trust me, I can do human labor better than any human. You just watch and learn. Ha ha ha! What the heck is this? I don't understand any of it. What are these bizarre boxes? And what is everyone doing with them? I think I did something. Apologies, human. You do some pretty difficult work. But I've taken the time to memorize Romanized character input and that kind of nonsense, so I won't fall behind anymore. I do have a question. When will I receive compensation for today's labor?
So you say we met yesterday and I offered to let you stay here, with me. And you're for sure positive that's what I said? The world's dangerous enough without your help. I'm just saying it would be a relief to know you're here keeping the house safe for me. Good maids don't talk that way! No threatening murder! On top of that, what's with your so-called maid uniform? It's pretty disrespectful to maiddom if you ask me. I'm not used to being wanted or even thought that much about.
It seems you're looking to lose a finger or two. I've been itching to test your mettle. So many strong fighters gathered from across the realms. It seems I won't be bored here. Listen to me. You must not die. Hang on 1 hour at a time. Just don't let go. Right. I'm more than ready. Let's have a little fun. I'm your opponent. Not bad. I'll dye my fangs red.
Free from what? Are you talking about Elias? You won't get it. Sorry. Even if he's lying, Elias is the only one who's called me family. And I honestly don't care if you're telling me the truth either. He was the first person to actually value me for who I am. He was. So until Elias chooses to let me go, it's okay. I don't want to be alone anymore either. And now we don't have to be.
They aren't gonna like this. A solid giggle should do the trick. Let's use all the colors. Too tall. Much too tall. Ah! I could go for a twirl. Let's put on our thinking caps. Never look a tulip in the eye. That squirrel looks familiar. Fuzzy! Cuddly incoming! Vroom! Come on, you! Let's dance! Let's go around again!
Okay, full body shots, go! Oh, that's good. You're a tiger, you're a socialite! Emo summer vacay! Oh, love it! How was she cool with me taking so many photos that would ruin her life if they got out? Oh my god, what if they did get out? I want to post these so bad I can't stop drooling! This bitch! Why couldn't it have been a ghost? I shouldn't have to pull through anything! This is your mess, Chio, and yet again you're making me sit in it! I'm done with that! Get off me! And don't you dare tell me this is about some stupid game again!
I brought a friend over to visit. This is Elderly. He's a great fisherman. It won't be easy. The legend says it lives someplace real deep beneath the surface and doesn't ever take any bait at all. There's more, though. It doesn't happen often, not at all. But when there's a blue moon, the Munagi will actually swim up to the surface. That's what the legend says, anyway. And it goes back for, like, ever. Elderly's hunted the Munagi for a long time, too. Esume wants to grow up and be as good a fisherman as Elderly someday.
I'm really looking forward to tomorrow morning.
What are you doing? Don't just stand there, move it! You've got to be kidding me! I gave you that awesome prop so you'd look even more weird and creepy! You really don't get it, do you?
Yes. She is my unfortunate cousin. To face my dear, sweet cousin, and ultimately take her place as the queen of the school.
Of course you'd say that! You've always been that way!
When I was 3, you'd steal all my favorite toys.
If those two really are an item, there's something fishy about it. I don't know what passes for pretty among the girls down here on Earth, but I'm gonna assume Hiyori is seen as a pretty good catch. Why would a girl like that fall for a perv like him? She wanted to tell you the truth. Don't blame her, blame me. It's just, once a human learns the truth about this stuff, their mind can't be wiped anymore. That's why you were never supposed to find out. I don't know, but the longer he retains them, the worse off he's going to be in the long run.
You find it? Hey, I'm in Group A also! No way! That's no good!
They've never put us in different classes before. I live and work at the Tamiya Mochi shop in the Usagiyama shopping arcade. Our cherry blossom mochi's really delicious. I hope that you'll drop by and try some soon. I'm pleased to meet everyone. Oh, and I'm in the baton club. Oh, go on. We were both pretty forward last time, I think. I'm sorry about that. Please, if either Dara or I ever become a nuisance to you, you'll tell us, won't you?
How far have you gotten in the textbook? All right. I think it's time you got a project. You know what I mean. Like real work that actually contributes to the game. You know this guy by now, right? He's Knight, our noble protagonist. Sure does. That's where you come in. Your first job is to make the city come to life. The non-player characters, or NPCs, are vital to the game's world, even if they don't stand out much. Without them, the game feels empty, like you said. Oh, and just so you know, we call playable characters PCs.
Old man, why, I'm the mayor of this town! Who are you and why are you hurting Shushu? That's quite an injury you have there. We need to get you to a doctor.
When do you think a person dies? When a bullet from a pistol pierces his heart? No. When he's attacked by an incurable disease? No. When he eats a soup of deadly poisonous mushrooms? No! A man dies when people forget him.
I know a lot more than you, dummy. Magic always was and always should be used for one thing, to grant wishes for yourself. And if you try using it for any other reason, it always turns out bad. For starters, you could bust in there right now and break his arms and legs so bad he'll never be able to use them again. You already paid your dues, way more than what you got for him. Know what I think? You take what you got and figure out how to get something out of it. Look, I figured out how things work and I want to save you some grief. I can't stand seeing you go through this.
She's at an elders meeting right now, but we're still open, so go ahead and get whatever you need. So you need to use the phone? Pressing it like that's not gonna do anything, because you're supposed to rotate the dial. I'm just guessing here, but I get the feeling that you got bullied a lot when you were in middle school. When everybody told me you were a calligrapher, I figured you'd be all crabby and stuck up. I guess you can't really judge a book by its job, though. Now I get what everyone meant when they said you were odd. Can I come hang out at your place sometime?
You clearly don't know this, but Aki is functionally ambidextrous. Although exclusively left-handed throughout kindergarten, he began to use his right hand before elementary school. And when he raises a defensive hand, it's his left. But you just protected your face with your right hand. And you turned off the faucet with it. Communication, self-defense, the ability to lie. You're a lot more advanced than the other man-eaters. Perhaps, could you be their leader, the big boss of Stage 4?
That really hurt! My feelings. That was almost not close at all. Stay still! I'm trying to shoot you. I'll give you to the count of time's up, duck! Just kidding, that won't help. Gotta die sometime. Smile. It's called gunplay. Any last words? No, just die. No need to be scared. You're starting to bore me. You're not laughing. Everybody panic.
Excuse me, I need a favor. Can you please lend me that flamethrower that's sitting back behind the factory? Look, I'm really sorry that I broke your room all to pieces. It's all my fault. It was a very hurtful thing to do. I feel like I have to do something to make up for it. What's wrong? Oh, there was never one there in the first place. I don't need it because it's useless. Well, I'll go borrow that flamethrower now. Besides, I can't believe in things that I don't know anything about. Just because you believe in something, it doesn't mean that anything will come of it.
What is it, Subaru? It makes me feel uncomfortable when you stare at me with such imposing eyes. Hey, Mom, I've decided that I'm gonna make dinner tomorrow. I'm very weak, so I'm certain that I'll end up depending and leaning on you. If you take the time to properly face her and communicate how you feel with words, I'm sure she'll understand. Really, you mustn't do that. I know you're giving a great deal of thought to our situation when you do these sorts of things.
Are you truly man enough to handle me? Oh, that's right! I gotta eat a lot of meat for it to really work, but whenever I eat a demon beast, I take on whatever ability they had. Lately, I've had the chance to munch on some pretty strong demon beasts, like fire-spinning flame-burst lizards and a few one-horned ogres. Cut it out, guys. Waste your energy and you'll end up even hungrier. All due respect, boss, that was a dumb strategy. How could you? All my trust is gone. Grandpa was right all along. Humanity is a disease that must be wiped out. I mean eaten in like a food way. I'm never gonna take meat for granted again.
I can tell what people are thinking, you know. Right now you were thinking about how jealous you are. Sometimes I get very frightened. I can't think what I'd do if I lost you. It feels like my heart would rip apart. I believe in you. You have a pure heart. The visions I see spreading out before us. We're meeting others and forming bonds. And we're fighting side by side. Promise me that we'll both live through this. I have no choice. If this means survival, I have to fight. Such cowardly tactics.
Did you kiss her? Don't lie. Well, I know. I really hate to do this, but it's what you get for cheating on me. No, not right now. But that doesn't mean we won't end up together in the future. And I don't know if future me will ever forgive you for what you've done. I'm so disappointed in you. You have feelings for me, don't you? I can tell by the way you look at me. I can feel the burning desire in your gaze. Some girls might find it creepy, but it makes me happy, like I'm the only girl you have eyes for.
So, a cabinet minister who was desperately after your abilities allied with a demon lord. They pursued you, but you were able to escape unscathed with the help of a young prince? Wow, that must have been rough.
Just about everybody in the country has read that book. Do you take us for a bunch of complete fools? It's karma for evildoers to get what's coming to them.
What? I don't have any idea what you're saying to me.
Blaze brightly righteous fires of hell! Burn his body to ashes!
What would be the point in killing someone as worthless as you? Ah, that feels much better.
This place is pretty nice. I suppose that it was wise of you to not destroy it. And we're quite fortunate that wasn't destroyed either. You can drop the act, Randy. The whole thing's a farce. She never had any intention of killing you or your friends from the very beginning. I mean, it's completely obvious. It's like I'm the only person in the world right now. All of it laid out before me. Everyone's had the thought at least once in their lives. I wish there was some way I could stop time. But I can actually make that happen.
This isn't good. If I can muster up the inspiration for one last push, I can get this concept down, but I'm just not feeling it. Miss Takimoto's smiling? I can't handle how adorable that girl is! Looks like you're having fun. What were you so eagerly discussing? Sorry, I couldn't help it. You were too cute. I'm glad to hear that, though. I really feel like you've come out of your shell recently, Takimoto. Honestly, at this point, if any of you could bring me a good enough proposal, I'd stamp a big yes on it in a heartbeat.